annoying. Alright. Hold on. I'm trying to... I gotta go in and edit because it didn't let me finish. Let me see if I can edit it on YouTube now that I'm live. Let me see. Peanut butter. Oh, good. Can I get away with not doing that? I think I can. Alright, I'll fix the picture after. Let me see. Let me just no, I don't want to do that. Let me see. Okay. All right. I feel like there's not enough light over here. But happy Day of the Dead. And I think without me butchering it, it's Feliz Dia de los Muertos. No, I'm saying it wrong. Feliz Dia de los Muertos. No, I'm not saying it right. Adding that Feliz in front of it is reminding me of Feliz Navidad, which is around the corner. Okay. Muertos. Alright, I'm going to Google it real quick because the way I'm saying it is bothering the fuck out of me. How to say... I think it's just Dia de los Muertos.
Full of Mexican heritage elsewhere around the world. How do you go about pronouncing it? In Spanish or Mexican, this is usually pronounced as El Día de los Muertos. El Día de los Muertos. Día meaning day, de los Muertos of the dead.
De los Muertos. Maybe because I felt like I was trying to separate de los Muertos. But yeah, my tongue is like tongue twister right now.
Muerto, meaning day, de los Muertos of the dead.
De los Muertos.
In English, it
De los Muertos. Okay. So yeah, let me put my socks on. It seems so dark on the table. Maybe I should open my curtains. Living in a material world. And I was just saying that about, I want to say Emma, but not Emma. Mabel. My little Mabel Louise. She's Italian Mexican. But sometimes like she'll say something in Spanish or Mexican and there's, I mean, it's just like Italian. It's just certain words are just tweaked in different ways. But I can tell when she does it, you know. So she is just a doll. And I love that she's growing up learning. both. Alright, so you look crooked over here, but you're not too crooked. I'm gonna put the blue over this later. I know right now it's probably a little distracting. Alright, so I want those cards that are over here. Oh, that's probably why I didn't use them yesterday. Maybe waiting until today. Oh, I did put my candles out with the pumpkin and they're still lit. So let me shut the candles off and maybe I'll do it again tonight. Oh, there's a bunny in the road. That's a loud pitch. Peeing by that. That's a loud pitch. Feliz. Oh yeah? Feliz. El Dia de los Muertos. Maybe some of you guys are learning a new language too. I know in my oh yeah? Okay. There is going to be past life coming into this reading. I'm assuming, guys, it's my past life deck. I'll try to stay away from it. I just feel connected to that holiday, me personally, and I think it has a lot to do with the Aztec calendar. I know they don't use it anymore, but some Mexican cultures are they do acknowledge it. It's still important to that culture. And I think off and on for the last 2 years, I think Spirit was trying to like convince us to use the Aztec calendar as well. Coconut. I thought there was a coconut. I'm trying to think what other decks. I could have sworn I had my Capicorn ones over here. Oh, maybe they're in this one. Yep, I keep forgetting that this one's down here. Seriously. I thought it was. flop court. How about you bring it up to you so you can set it down? Here we go, grabbing too many cards. Alright, I think I think I want to grab the lady Muertos. She came out yesterday, and let's see if she comes out. Midnight. Are you talking to all the birds that are flying, scrying after midnight? I just want one more. Skull of Flowers, which came out yesterday. Okay. All right. So, let's do the first week of November, but this reading is to celebrate the Day of the Dead. And hey Siri.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell me all about the Day of the Dead? The Day of the Dead is a holiday November 1st and 2nd, such as October through the 6th, such as including loyal. Okay. Can you tell me all about the celebration of the Day of the Dead, please? A Mexican holiday celebrated November 1st through the 2nd, where families honor and welcome. Here comes anxiety as soon as I looked up at the screen. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't think it's purposely being projected. I'm going to take this off the table. Where did my crystal go again? Okay. I just got pulled to my beads down there, and the beads down here too. So maybe I don't know if they wear beads without beads. Kind of remind me of Mardi Gras right now, but not Mardi Gras. More of a, I'm hearing sacrificial, more of a religious thing. All right, I want my crystal. I'm going to start over. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Oh, I love that. Yeah. It's almost like the whole seance thing, but it's a ritual, but it's coming out like a seance. So, which is last night I was having a conversation with an older friend that I used to work with at Third Cross, and he was like, "What do you mean on the board?" And I was like, "Just my board, like my work desk." And I was kind of laughing because I don't know if he meant like Ouija board, and I was kind of filling him in on the energy. I'd said a couple things, and he's like, "What are you, like a relationship guru?" I'm like, "So they say." He was like, "I was just gonna go and see a psychic lately." I was like, "Well," and he's like, "But that fell through." I'm like, "There's a reason for everything." And I kind of broke down the energy. He's like, "That's wild," because before I even said things, he's like, "I have friends that are ending marriages, long-term relationships, breakups." He's like, "You're like the third person." He didn't say what number. He was just saying like, you came back around. A few people from his past came back around, reconnecting. And I've been talking about this stuff for months. I don't think that energy is going anywhere for a little while, especially with Saturn going direct and karma going out. But there's still karmic lessons and things we go, the way we go about things in life. It could become karmic if you've already learned that lesson. So, I'm just hearing again, like, happy Day of the Dead, but Feliz Dia de los Muertos. But it's Felipe. It's not Felipe. I was going to say Felipe. Feliz. But that doesn't like sound right to me. So there's something with like Feliz and happy, which do mean the same thing, guys. Hi, Butter. But I think I freaked him out a little bit when I'm like, oh, the energy's been on my board. I don't know if I think he really thought Ouija board. So, all right, the Day of Dead is again known as El Dia de los Muertos, celebrated November 1st to the 2nd, where families honor the welcome back of the spirits of the deceased loved ones through festive traditions like buildings, altars, food, flowers, personal items, visiting grave sites, sharing stories, while embracing the cycle of life and death in joyous manner, with a blend of an indigenous Aztec beliefs and Catholic influences. Figures, ceremony sites, paint facing, music, dancing. They usually do a day for the children too. They get together, dress in costumes, share home-cooked food, and talk about the deceased loved ones. I think that's absolutely beautiful. The absolute best place to celebrate the Day of the Dead is Mexico in an authentic traditional way. Is I can't even say it, but it's the city renewed for the rich culture, heritage, and vibrant celebrations that beautifully honor the deceased. I'd definitely like to do that one day. Day of the Dead also can be traced pre-Columbian. Food is a key part. Marigolds are believed to serve the path to the mortal world, and Day of the Dead is celebrated worldwide. So it's more about healing than about feeling bad. Yeah, I absolutely love that. The butterfly on some of the images is representing it's time to harvest the corn. The parakeetas, is that the bird like parakeets? Or believed to be the soul of the dead visiting. other word I had.
Parakletos.
That's Arabic. Why don't... Okay, I guess I'll say in Mexican. Is it trying to say party? I can't find it. Like, it's not letting me translate that word. They have a Google Translate app. Anybody know? I mean, I don't understand why it's not. So I wanted to say how to say it. It refers to the monarch butterfly. Okay. And there's no way I was saying it right, because I was saying like paracaquitas or something like that. But here it looks like you would pronounce it Pure, yeah, I don't know. But it's the butterfly. And then I'm going to get into this reading.
We are looking at how to pronounce this name as well as how to say more interesting names of indigenous people and more names from Mexico as well. So make sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing
Okay, thank you.
for more learning. How do you say it? Purepecha. Purepecha. Pretty straightforward once you know. Purepecha. And more learning. How do you say it? Purepecha. Purepecha. Pretty straightforward once you know. Purepecha.
Purepecha. I guess it's I almost said banana, but I guess it's the butterfly. And the butterfly was in a couple pictures yesterday. All right, so again, I don't know what this whole seance thing is. It doesn't really make sense to me. I would say more of a ritual, but and again, palm reading came in yesterday, I believe, right? But that was for you guys in regards to, like, if you would get a reading. I didn't even mention that to him. I should have mentioned that to him as well. If he wants a more accurate. Well, it's not more accurate. Like, everything I was saying to him, he's like, holy shit. Like, he was just shocked, you know? But he's in alignment with energy. So it's his own personal stuff that he needs to work through, if that makes any sense. He even felt like the energy shift, but he couldn't explain it. And I don't know how to explain this either. He said to me, like when we were talking back and forth, he just saw the two of us as waves, like coming together. And I was like, okay. That was a lot for me to take in. Why? I don't know. It's just, I've never had, like, I really got deep into a conversation, almost like it felt catalytic, like I wanted to dip out of the conversation. But those are the waves he sent. Best image I could find. And it's kind of like when the oceans meet together, you know, and they have to, you know, work together. And I felt passion there too. Like he felt passion, but it wasn't like a sexual passion. It was like passion in general for life. Like humanity. I don't know. So I don't know if for me, it doesn't feel like an intimacy thing. It just feels very catalyst like, and I'm not crazy about that. Who would be, you know? So it could just be the energies that we are working with, and I'm looking for a pendulum because I keep losing them all, and I like having something in my hand. It keeps my fingers busy. That buckle sticks. Here's one. I found my other crystal. I think I might work with this one for a minute instead of this one. Alright. So yeah, he was exactly where the energy is supposed to be, you know. And I actually hit him up because there was a picture on Facebook, and I think it was what he wrote. I can't forget. Can't remember. But he was looking sharp. And then I said something, then how are you? And it's funny because that's the only time we kind of hit each other up is when it comes across like on Facebook. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I wonder how he is, you know? So kind of feel like I was just a catalyst, but not like in a bad way. Are you going to open? Why not? Oh, there's shit on it. All right. But what I want to say is, like, quick though, how we would, like, Happy Day of the Dead, but El Dia de los Muertos. I don't know why it's being said so quickly. I don't know if it's a message like time to. I don't know, guys, but I'm still a little weirded out that like they're calling it a seance more than a ritual. But seances have like a bad rep. You know, you can channel your ancestors, you can ask for help. But again, it's just like any other industry when it has to do with an opinion or belief or religion, commercial. I'm getting pulled to commercial, not commercial, like commercial industry. I don't know if that's a thing, like commercial real estate. I don't know. I don't know if it's trying to tell me there's, you know, like I'm hearing like a clan versus a cult. And that's where they're stationed. In like a commercial building. So I don't know if that's going to be like a public thing. I don't know why they would publicize that unless it was, I don't know, unless it's related to the T word. But I don't think it is. I think it's, well, yeah. Different cultures, anger. But I'm getting more Mexican. Something about a commercial building. Could be like a little secret society. So I don't know if we're calling it a seance to freak other people out. What are the good things about a seance? Because people always, know the bad things and what can happen, a seance. Oh, it says science. Seance. Communicating with loved ones, exploring the spirit world, unblocking abilities to explore your own in a medustic way. Curiosity. It can be very satisfying when you step into the spirit world. And they say when you do it, make sure you're in the right headspace. Be respectful. Choose the right medium. So, and I'm hearing like, bring me back, the same song, bring me back to life, but I'm not singing it in the right tune, so here goes my tongue again. Could be language. So it's like asking to channel someone through this reading. Man, El Dorado, that song. I'm almost getting Persephone, but I was thinking of Santa Muerte. So I don't know how to do a seance. But apparently, yeah, I've been doing it without knowing it. But that's like telling me to choose a medium. And I'm here again, Daily Beloved by Prince. How do you start and close a seance? Gather in a circle, holding hands, eyes shut. Begin by opening with a prayer, invocation, welcoming the spirits that wish to connect to the... And then to close a seance, you would often say a prayer, respectively dismiss the spirits in the seal in space, again while maintaining the circle, holding hands. That's funny because last time, before I closed out one of the readings, I felt the need to kind of like thank spirit. I'm pretty sure I did that with you guys, right? I've never tried to connect with anybody like that. I just got pulled to that song, Hearts and Hands, Dirty Dancing, when the sister's on stage singing, and then she gets kicked off the stage. I mean, that's as good as holding hands. I mean, this almost kind of like freaks me out. I'm not gonna lie, and it shouldn't freak me out, you know. Really? Right on my head, dude? Look at his head, guys. It's going in thick. Like the back of his head is growing in. Huh, Buddha? He's so beautiful. You made your son carry tickling crystals last night, trick-or-treating. That's funny. The kids were absolutely adorable. I saved one because I sent it to my mother while she was in the living room. I have so many kids in my neighborhood. And the duck was like waddling. Lots of little kids. We had like a candy and chocolate. It's like a celebration, right? Like just like this. And I went through all my Caden snacks because all like the grips and the goldfish for kids, the little kids or cheese jacks we ran out of them because there was so many little kids again. And I've been saying that in the last year, maybe 6 months. And it's odd to live in my house that I grew up in, and our generation was out, but a lot of new families are moving in, and it's a whole bunch of like toddlers and babies. So I think it's great that the next generation is in the neighborhood like that. But Mia's like, maybe next year we should get like the jugs and the water, little bottles of water, and more, snacks, fruit strips, things like that. And I'm like, we're not doing that, Mia. If we do that, we're going to be like the best house on the street and everybody's going to hit us up. Like, it's just going to be one of those things. And then God forbid we weren't there. It's a dedication for sure. But it is great to see them, like a new generation is in, And the person I was talking to yesterday that I used to work with, he's in his 30s. So I don't know where he fits into the matrix. Like that's like, it's like our children. I'd be too young to be his mom. I'd had to have had him at like 13 or 14, but like, I don't know where he's at in this whole transition, like what spirit has in store for early 30s. Because I know it's like the 20s, everyone like in their 20s right now, that generation, Caden's generation, 04. No, he's 01. No, he's not. He's 07. Oh yeah, it was till 2008, right? That's what it was. So I feel like 30 through 35, like a 28 through like 35, 36, it's its own little section. But they're still meshing with the energy. I think they're picking up on the energy more than our generation, to be quite honest with you. Which is great. Because I think they can manage to raise their kids with morals and not the government completely taking over. But again, some of that is the age of where a lot of people are like infertile. And I was trying to explain that to Mia too. When she was talking about abortion and, abortion rights and this and that. So anywho, there's probably some type of politics here. I just saw everybody like holding hands. But like a group of women. Maybe elders, maybe ancestors. As if like they're channeling you in a way. Like channeling you to connect with them. I do feel like the energy switched overnight. I haven't quite felt it out yet. Did you really need to shit on my table? Really, buddy? No. No. You go poopy in there. El Dorado. You go poopy in there. What? Why do I keep saying El Dorado? What does El Dorado mean? The gilded one, the golden one, legendary city, the plates of abundance. It's a mythical kingdom, city, empire, gold, indigenous tribes, now in Colombia. The Spanish call it Musica Golden Chief, and quartered after witnessing his coronation ritual. In this ritual, the new king would cover himself in gold dust and dive into the lake. So gold. The word dorado comes from the Spanish word, which means to gild. It also comes from the Latin word D and or something form, but meaning gold. Okay, I'm just getting pulled to like El Dorado, the song. Like what? Is this a real thing? Like a lost city? Is this made up or is this a real thing? Is it really a city made of gold? Temples. El Dorado legends. Look at all that. That's so cool. Am I allowed to like live on the border? I mean, I know I've seen plenty of movies where they talk about like El Dorado. But I'm just saying it like, I don't know. Almost like the song. I don't think the song's called El Dorado, but it might be. All right, let's begin. Well, I wanted to use some of these cards though. So there's energy of women here. That's gonna get in my way. I know it's taking me a minute. I'm trying to figure out. And again, El Dorado, I keep hearing that song. What's the song, El Dorado? It's pulling me to Zorro. Iron Maiden, Elton John, Zach Bryan, Neil Young. It might be Wild West Hero, ELO. And it has Dorothy's slippers on it. This is, I don't even know if this is the song. Yeah, that's definitely not it. So we're just gonna go with gold. But yeah, I don't think that's it. Well, that was the one with the Wild Wild West. The Electric Light Orchestra. Wild Wild Hero. But that's not the, I mean, that's probably the original one, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. And it's the gilded, it's Spanish for the gilded one. So, like the Gilded Age too, that was like 1920s, right? Or no, that was earlier. It was later than that. And that's when they were getting electricity, building the trains. Oh, trains came through big time the other day in a reading with the train. And I think wasn't Mexicans working on the train? Working on the train. And they got treated poorly. What is the timeline of the Gilded Age? (1870s, 1890s), some early 1900s. Start of the Civil War, Rockefeller, Vanderbilt, immigrants, laborers, corruption when it comes to politics then. There was a lot of tycoons. And building the train. He was like the first one to build the railroad. It was the first transcontinental railroad. Placed a pivot in the era. The United States. This period saw a massive explosion of railway lines fueled by government land grants and private investments, simply impacting the nation's economic landscape. Rapid expansion. Transcontinental. My tongue doesn't want to work. Transcontinental railroads through the Pacific and Atlantic lines. 1821, over the Appalachian Mountains, laying the first stone. Didn't the Appalachian, whatever, mountains, anywho, Appalachian Mountains, Appalachian Mountains, Appalachian Mountains. Appalachian Mountains. We just talked about that the other day. Eastern United States, Canada, extended to Newfoundland, Canada, Alabama, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia. I mean, this literally just came in the other day with the prophecies of your modern day citrus. You just shit on my fucking hand? Come on, dude. Go. That's a no-no. No-no. And I know you're smart, so I'm back to being on top of your ass, too. Where's your whistle? Hopefully it doesn't take too long, guys, to train him. He was doing really good. El Dorado. What the fuck song is that? Oh, look at that card right there. You can't see it. It popped it. I did not even notice this entire time. Whispers of the dead. Still here remains. Necrocomical. Hey, I can't have you on my head. Okay. Is that railroad still? Is there still that railroad that goes through the Appalachian Mountains? Yes, there's still railroads that go through the Appalachian Mountains, Norfolk, Southern, Smoky Mountains, North Carolina, Blue Ridge, Georgia. Taurus. Okay, so this might be where the train accident occurs. It's not, though. It's linked to Day of the Dead, though. There's something strong with trains. So I don't know if there was like a major... I would imagine there's all stuff with the railroads and caves, and a lot of people died. So I don't know if that's the vibe that's coming through. Like someone who died on the railroad, but there'd be a lot of them. So the sun with the Day of the Dead and the next day or two with the railroads. Like that's the main frequency. Something might happen with a mountain while in the midst of celebrating. But I feel like it brings people like joy. So there must be something extremely symbolic on how something occurs wrist hurts as if I need my bracelets on. Okay. You just fucking shit here again? Hey, that's it. No. I think I'm going to call this cage El Dorado. I've been trying to think of a word, like home, like, I've been trying to think of a word for his cage, his enclosure. But I want it to be fun. I want him to go in and have fun with it. All right. Let me just go check on my mom, and then we'll do the reading. If you're new, welcome to the channel. My mom just got home from the hospital, so going up there, situating things, saying good morning. And I wanted to turn this have a light, but it's broken. It's broken. So, let's do, well, it's Day of the Dead. Oh, 303. I'm hearing Pluto. So wherever your Pluto sits, which would make sense because the whole Persephone thing came out. I'm also hearing like happy Pluto. But I'm also like, it's like the same. I mean, I just love skulls, especially with my decks. Could just be bones. I like bones, apparently. I almost see, like, you know how there's a caregiver, well, a groundskeeper, like in a cemetery. But I'm getting like a different vibe, like, so the same person, like same world, but under the world, underground, like walking around, like a skeleton walking around, checking off things like on a board. And the bodies are just like laying out. Not like how you would see in a war and in a ditch, not like that. Like it's all like cozy and it's almost like it's vampire, but something with Rick. It's like, all right, let's get into this read. Okay, I just see like a woman come towards us. It was like the bottom was orange, and as she like stepped forward, she was all in white, but she did have like a witch's hat on. And I heard Grace. And that was the card of, the whole lantern thing, calling people in. Like, that's what I did with those little lights. Oh, funny. I just happened to bring this down. So again, it really is like Day of the Dead energy, but it was the witch. This one was the one where you just have to, this was the one where you just had to push through, but there was going to be a lot of haters. Like, you've grown. This was the one where you've grown. Be prepared for this. You are the earthly weaver of the worlds. So, I mean, maybe the underground is even applauding you for your work, your research, for you remembering them, adding them into like stories. So I didn't expect that. And I remember saying in one of the readings that there's a possibility, it's like passing the baton. But for right now, what I saw, I know what I saw, and it definitely had a hat on. So as we proceed to give you what you need, high five, motherfucker. Didn't that come out yesterday? All right, butter. You play there. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-loo. I think the table's shaking. It shouldn't be shaking. I did move it. Feliz Navidad. So this could be in regards to something in the winter. You did have winter come out the other day as well. And I did say something like your witchy senses, like you're weaving a web here with the earth energy. Was or is there a famous or known witch named Grace? Yeah, Grace Sherwood. Yes, the most well-known witch. Okay, so apparently she's with us. Yes, the most well-known witch named Grace Sherwood, often called the Witch of Pongo, who who was accused of witchcraft in Virginia in 1706 and considered the last person tried for the witchcraft in her state. Her trial involved being ducked in the water where she was bound and thrown into the river, but managed to float to the surface, which was seen as a sign of her guilt by some at times. Witch of Pongo. So she was drowned. What the fuck? I'm sorry. That sounds awful. Her hands were tied and she was about to be thrown into a boat into the river to test to see if she was a witch. Okay. Grace White Sherwood, 1660 to 1740, called the Witch of Pongo, is the last person known to have has been convicted in witchcraft in Virginia. So something may go down in Virginia. As the story goes, she floated on the water rather than sinking, proving her guilt. She spent 7 years in jail before returning to her home. All right, I'm going to have to obviously look this up more. So they let her go. The last woman convicted. There was about 24 witches in Virginia around that time, both men and women in Salem. Virginia. And then CNN fictional, so there's 3 sisters who were accused of witchcraft. Sisters Sarah, Rebecca, Mary. All right, so we're working with Grace from Virginia. So if you guys want to do more research, you're more than welcome. All right. I was just seeing, like, she was showing me digging up the ground as if, like, maybe someone's going to dig her up. I'm not sure. Or you're going to come across something, or somebody's going to come across somebody. And again, there's something with these fires, too. Is there any fires in Virginia? All right, well, let's see what she has to say. Heart healing, soul connection, lovers, relationship healing. What fell out was fertility and past life. Got ancestors at the bottom of the deck. Just heard dopamine. This energy, and I am feeling my heart chakra. I'm also feeling my throat chakra right now too. This energy has been out. Relationship healing can be with a parent, it could be with a child, it could be with a friend, it could be with an, a lost animal that comes back around. It could be peanut butter coming to me, Hi, you look like a little old man with all those feathers coming in. You are just freaking adorable. You know that, right? You're my baby. Yes, you are. Your mama's baby. Yes, you are. Come and say hi to everybody. Don't be camera shy. Don't be camera shy. Jeez. All right, on my shoulder. On my shoulder, big boy. Come on. There you go. Grace. Grace. I need to tap into Grace, guys. Hold on. I'm here in El Dorado. Again, which is gold. It's not really gold. It's something about a town. This town could be healing. It's like land. She did show me land, like it was being dug up. There might be artifacts. I mean, she could have been buried with something that was important. Maybe they didn't find it. But it did say she went home 7 years later. So I don't know if it's like on her property. I can see it like on a sideline here and then trees here. And there's still grass on it, but she's like digging it up and then probably like 3 feet down. And I keep seeing like a scroll or a letter. So I don't know. When she died, maybe her sisters. I believe she's buried on her land. I don't know where she lived. I'm going to assume from what I've read, she probably died in Virginia as well. Is there any fires in Virginia? Hi. Your energy is wild right now. You're my little wild bird. I know. He's maturing fast. El Dorado. What the fuck? Or she went to El Dorado? And I guess the town El Dorado, what is it known for? The legendary city, South America, city in Arkansas. So there's a city, legendary city of gold and city of Arkansas, El Dorado, Arkansas. Award-winning golf course, class entertainment, downtown area, restaurants, nightlife. So something could be going down in Arkansas. Did Grace Sherwood live in Arkansas? No, Virginia Beach. Grace was buried under a tree and still stands on the property of the house, Virginia's most haunted building. While you can still visit her house today, it'd be wise to go before the sun goes down. Wow. And I was just asking all those questions, so that answers that. Property of Fairy Plantation House. She had 3 boys, John, James, Richard. If she floated, her identity as a witch could be proven. And there's a piece of paper there. I don't know if it's something like she wrote. I don't. (1832, 1706). Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, you guys could go and see the house too. That's, I mean, wow, that blows my mind when that happens, because I just saw her showing me the burial site, but being dug up. Like there's something in there. And then the tree line was right there. So, I mean, she could be an ancestor of yours. She could just be coming through now with this reading. So I don't know what this whole witch thing is that's coming out, but it's pretty potent. And remember when I was telling you about my catalyst? He used to call me a bruja. He was Cuban. Huh. All right, Grace, what are you trying to tell us? I mean, this is a beautiful message. It's healing. You're healing. Your heart's healing. Throat chakra could be healing. This doesn't mean all is good and dandy. This could be people going through like serious divorces, breakups, the past coming back. Do I want to engage in that? Do I not? Do you engage in it because you want to feed yourself? There's a lot of that energy too. So you do have to be wary as well. But whatever this connection is strong. I feel like she is connected to something that looks like that with the pink. Was Grace Sherwood buried with crystals or jewelry? I'm hearing yes, but it's what they're sending me to is not giving me the information I need. But I didn't see anything like that. Like what I saw, I actually think it was like her uncovering her burial site. But she was digging. I don't know why she would show me that. Well, we just figured it out. Something with like the house, and she was buried there under that tree with the sideline. Still grass, green grass. I mean, you could be, again, an ancestor of hers. Well, I looked up something the other day when I was looking with Salem and all the fires, and I knew it was it had something to do with this. I screenshotted the sun with descendants. More 300 years ago, 20 people. Roughly 25 million people worldwide claim descendancy from someone involved in the witches' trial in 1692. 25 million people, guys. $25 million. So some of you guys are clearly a descendant of her bloodline. Maybe you're gonna stop playing with magic. I don't know. Or you're gonna start using it. You're doing it's something. Any idea? Do you guys have any idea on why she would show us that? Because it was her digging. And remember the other day when we were talking about the fires, like historical landlines is kind of like waking up the witches or getting revenge. It's something like that. And I did just get pulled to Day of the Dead too. So they're linked somehow. Or as in ancestors. But I knew there was something, my body just told me, the frequency just told me there's something with those fires and witches coming out or being buried up. I think I mentioned bones. But she's she's digging her own grave. Her own grave site. Good morning. Are you bringing that to me?
No, you wish.
Yeah, what a tease.
But it's not as good from here when you get it.
What'd you order?
It's a caramel craze latte, but there's milk in it. I feel like I can taste a lot of milk. I got the cookie butter cold brew.
Yeah.
The new drink since it's November 1st. Like it's very milky.
I like yeah, you gotta stir it around, yeah, with the straw. Bring the straw up and down in between the whipped cream. I usually ask for an extra shot of espresso. Dennis, what did you say? What do you cookie butter ice? What?
It just came out today. All the holiday Christmas drinks. You got a cookie butter signature latte. No, I got a cookie butter cold brew.
Cold brew. Oh, that's good. I use the cookie butter in my coffee.
Really good.
Yeah, it is. I really like it myself. All right.
I'm so excited for weeks for the holiday menu to come out. So I'm like, once it hits the morning, we're going.
All right. Well, happy Day of the Dead.
It's a little better when I mixed it.
Yeah. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Happy Day of the Dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a movie called no, not called Day of the Dead, but it's like the kids movie where they celebrate the dead.
Yeah.
And I forget what it's called though. I never watched it, so.
Yeah.
I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. It's like.
Okay. Well, I'm on YouTube, so
dead people will be celebrated for being dead. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty kick-ass.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Show me a fucking latte. She her ass better never do that again. When I was looking at her, I got pulled to Grace. So I'm thinking I'm probably a descendant as well, but I wouldn't know how to even track that. It's just very strange to me, guys, because the witch, and I knew it was super duper message. It's like the voodoo, the black witch, like all that shit we were talking about. Somebody underestimated your power, and there's all types of witches, right? Like which witch are you? There's like 5, 6. I think there's even 8 if you continue to research. But this, she, I don't know if that witch is Grace in particular, but it's not. But just be prepared for, haters, because your success is coming. You're rising. So there's something emotional that you're also needing to work through. My mother, prime example. But other things too. It's not just my mother. It's life in general. Like, how am I healing? The doctors, surgery that is going down in January. So basically it'd be 1 year from my car accident, and I could have already been healed with that situation. And now my back is killing. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, the nerve in my back is back. I can feel that nerve pain. And I can't wear my left brace because it messes with my right hip. So it's just a shit show. And it's literally day 2 post-operation, you start physical therapy. And it's about 6 months of physical therapy. It's brutal. So to me, it's kind of disappointing. So see what I'm saying? There's a majority of things in my life that, need to be healed, maybe looked at differently. But I'm hearing Grace. She's trying to get into something else. It's almost like she doesn't want to hear my story. And she's not being an asshole. It's just, maybe I'm just meant to leave this out of this reading. And there was some stuff in that other reading. I just saw that bubble up. There was some stuff in another reading where it was like, people don't need to know your business. But that's not the vibe I'm getting. So I don't know if there's another energy stepping in. I wouldn't think so, but it feels like there is. Something Patterson, Peter, Benjamin, Blair. Maybe Peter. I don't know a Peter. Well, I know Peter's, but he could. I'm thinking Peter could be somebody's ancestor. I don't know who this Peter is, and his energy is kind of matching or like trying to match Grace. So, but like competitive almost. But he is meant to be in this read. What the fuck? He's somebody's ancestor. But he has a different story. Man, birds of prey. You saw like Peanut Butter's little beady eyes. I don't know what Peter wants. Give me a second. He was a farmer. I don't know if he snuck right in. But here's the thing, like Grace doesn't want him here. But Spirit does. So I don't know what type of message. I mean, somebody could be coming towards you that's no good for you guys. Is kind of what I'm feeling here. And again, I'm hearing disconnect. It could just be. So you definitely have an ancestor who does not want you with somebody. I mean, it could be somebody's grandfather, and it's just a message coming through, and it's a great grandfather. It's something. Henry, I'm getting Henry again. Good morning, Moses. I keep getting pulled to Henry, too. I gotta give him water real quick. How's my Moses? How's my Moses? Here's my little red foot. My little red foot tortoise. How's my Moses? How you doing, baby? Those cute little leggies of yours. He's so adorable. Why is that eye watering? Oh, I don't like that. I hope you're not catching a cold, buddy. Have some water. Okay. Edwin. Okay, let me tap back into this. Just know if you can't relate to Peter, I can't relate to Peter either, but I'm wondering if this is an ancestor that hasn't had an eye on me for a long time. And, you know, do you want Peter? Because, you know, Peter Pan, Joe Schmo, Camel Joe. So I think it's like someone's living on the fucking Candyland board over here, and that energy still needs to be cleared. And I think it's just somebody coming through with that message, because we do have heart healing, lovers, relationship healing. So this feels like a walk away or a disconnect, discord. Left ear is hurting around my ear. It's not like a normal, you know how like inside your ear is like right here, and it's like right on the outside. Like people pierce the inside of that cartilage. Like me, it's like you should get an ear piercing that helps with migraines, and it's right in that area. But in a circle all the way around. Don't come shaking your wet little ass on mama. Not on my computer either. Scram. No. Go. Okay. No, not on the computer either. All right. See how heavy it is when it's wet? Okay. So. The right people come around, you know. Peace. So if you know there's somebody here that interrupts your peace, you know, it's one of those things where maybe you should leave it be. It could be winter time, somebody coming back around. But let's get back to Grace. I just saw with Grace, with heart healing, I just got pulled to the Titanic. Wasn't there a heart, ruby heart, that got thrown into the water, the ocean? So the ocean, you know, is extremely healing. It is here for us to heal too. The frequency goes right at you. More potent than, you know, lakes, even rivers. But you know me, I love me a river. It just puts me back to like past lives even, you know. Just building house on land near a river, things like that. The river is just extremely special to me. But I did just get pulled to the ocean. I do feel like there's catalytic energy here as well. So they dropped, it was sapphire. Was it shaped as a heart? The heart of the ocean was the sapphire. What is that? What does that mean? I only watched that movie once and I never watched it again. It's Jade's favorite movie. She'll watch it over and over. I'm like, oh my God, it's just so tragic. Like the moms putting the kids to bed, like fuck that shit. I can't handle shit like that. What does the heart of the ocean symbolize? Love, loss, and mystery. The necklace symbolization, timeless, influenced jewelry treads. The ocean can also be a symbol of stability. The boundaries span a life and the journey through life. But he was even saying, like, I see blue and red, like he's blue and I was red. So I think I'm getting clues to why that person came back around, but it involves us as well. It's very interesting. And I was getting pulled the other day to mermaids, or it was last night when he said with the ocean. But mermaids exist, guys. It's not the fairy tale mermaid. They're actually very creepy looking, but beautiful. I don't want to, say awful things. But I'm obviously, this message is for me too. And I did start off, like I said, I start off telling you about the story, and it does feel like a catalytic energy. Maybe you guys just boost each other's energy. I'm not really sure. Like, you can tap into each other's energy. And like, kind of like, almost like what I was explaining to him. I kind of just had this entire conversation with him last night. We were really like connected. But like, what are the odds? Like, he can feel energy. And then when he said, like, and he was honest, he was literally like, I saw us as like two waves coming together. And it was almost like I got the message of like the perfect storm. I think I'm just a catalyst for him, vice versa. I think we're both catalysts to each other, but in a good way. So that's when you have to figure out like boundaries too. I feel like he feels like I opened him up to a whole new world, but he was feeling the energy, and this is what's happening now anyway, I don't know which card it was. I'm going to say it was that one. Did you just shit on my table? You got to skedaddle. Nope. No. No. No, no, no. Skedaddle. El Dorado. You go poopy in El Dorado. Okay? Yeah. You no poop on this. No more. Poopy there. El Dorado. This is El Dorado. Yeah, I'm going to show you El Dorado. Okay? El Dorado. This is El Dorado. You go poopy in El Dorado. Okay? I love you. I love you. I love you. You're just so pretty. You really are. I love you. Okay, you want to come see Mama? Yeah, calm before the storm. I don't know. But I get it as like, give me a kiss. Go do something with yourself now, okay? There's so many things for you to play with over here. Like, look at right here. Come see Mama. Get peanut butter. Right here. Come here. You got a whole little house to play in over here. Come and see Mama. I'm not chasing you. Hey, stop that. El Dorado. Where's El Dorado? Where is it? El Dorado? Show me. El Dorado. Okay. Enough now. You need to go sit over here. Okay, come on my shoulder, because this is enough. Come on my shoulder. Okay. So earlier I got pulled to this ring. Hey, no. No. Little shit. No. No. Yeah, getting all puffy. Getting all puffy with mama. Getting all puffy with mama. I said no. Got it? Who's so cute? Are you so cute? Look at like all the feathers growing on his head is making it stick up in the back. His face is changing so fast. Kind of looks like an old man. Such a handsome boy. Cleaning himself. Such a handsome boy. All right. On my shoulder. On my shoulder. So, and this is a sapphire, and it was gold. That's what made me think, like, originally change my ring because of the city of El Dorado. Okay, this seems like a messy reading or a messy situation here. Strength was upside down. Okay, heart healing, you have the 4 swords and the Queen of Pentacles. And she's kind of climbing up. But I just realized that's a coffin. But it's like climbing out of the coffin. But it's like sealing something here too. And the 4 of Swords is resting, but this is more like somebody passed or will pass. Could be a mother figure, but it could even be Grace's. Could even be her sun sign, moon sign. So it's like she wants to climb out of something. Again, this could be you. It could be part of your story. But she showed me digging up her own grave. I'm assuming her grave lives there. Well, it must. We just figured that out when I Googled it. But it has to do with you. I mean, maybe she set you free. Maybe, you've been resting long enough. And maybe that's that guy that was walking around in the underground with all the skeletons I was seeing. But I also said they weren't in coffins. Vampiric. That was not what I was trying to say earlier. So maybe you don't have to deal with any of that anymore. Vampiric energy. So she's either coming to visit you, or she's here now. I feel like she's like passing a baton, like it's the other reading when I kept with the witch, and I kept saying, passing the baton. You're definitely going to lay something to rest and take a new route here. You could be eating better, as if like somebody here is climbing up an apple tree. Or it's just kind of like, it reminds me of like the Day of the Dead, like they're rising. you know. And instead of pain and sorrow, you know, it's celebration. Like our celebration of life, when we do that here at like a wake or something, like, or like a church thing, it's still nothing like that. It's like a family dinner, this and that. But like this is like celebrating. This is people in the town, you know, drinking, having a blast, sharing stories. Like that's just beautiful to me, is celebrating like that. Because especially if we had, you know, past lives, and like I said, this time around, I think I want to turn around and see what that is, but only if my kids agree to turn around. But that's a whole nother story. This is like coming up from the dead, healing you, trying to heal you, working with your energy, your aura. So Grace's main I think her main message here is to help you along your path. My crown chakra just kind of went like ice cold for a minute. It like the size of like a melon. Felt like there was like a melon skin on my head, like that size area. So and then it's like heart healing. And then I'm getting pulled to relationship guru. It's not the first time someone said that to me, guys, but I don't feel like I'm here for that. And it is kind of annoying that I have that ability. I just find it annoying. That's all. I don't really know how to explain it, because it takes two, and it's just I feel like it's just hopeless with certain things, guys. Like I hate to say it like that. It's just this day and age is, I don't know how to explain it. I know I'm good at it. I know I could do it. I could probably sell books and videos. Like I get it, right? But if you're not in tune with that person, and you have to go to counseling at that point, it could help some people, but it's kind of useless to me, because it's not being done the right way, you know. It's like modern practices, like why twist practices that were already worked and make it even, you know, harder on yourselves. Again, yeah, I don't know why. I know I'm more than capable of doing that for people. It's just so much work. So to open somebody else up, the other partner, to how he or she feels, it's opening a whole new world for that person. And they can agree, not agree, or try to understand it, not understand. It's very hard to explain, but I know I can do it. I know I could fix any relationship if they wanted help and they were really both willing. So maybe it's something I did in a past life, or, you know, it's just, I want to spread the love different ways as individuals. So I do think you work with like the underground. A lot of you work with the dead. And light workers obviously work with the dead too, right? But majority of you work with the underground. And, you know, Persephone, underground, water, ocean. But this is like underground too, in the sense of like lined up in like skeletons, but not like candles around them, but not like in coffins. And this person going around like is a skeleton, like checking. Like it's very you had to have been extremely important in a past life. There's something where you can add value to something here, else it wouldn't be coming in like this. So someone is definitely here to help you to get through a hard time and make sure. And I think they're hoping you choose the right person or energy or careful consideration. Like people could have been lovers in a past life, so in this life you feel like it's meant to be. Like we all experience that type of energy, but that's not what this is. But it could be with the lovers, and that means multiple, right? And lovers doesn't have to be intimate like that. It really doesn't, but I do feel there is something here with intimacy. You got the Empress sitting there on her throne. Kind of like your choice, up to you. 3 of Pentacles. So you might have a new contract, but the Devil keeps ending up at the bottom of the deck with the 8 of Wands and Justice. Like this could be something you're fearful of working on, but it's like, again, underground, watering. And again, guys, for those who don't know, this is I was going to say underground deck, but this is my past life deck. But it is Santa Morta deck. Santa Morta. Could be like our Virgin Mary. What are you doing, Budsky? Why you gotta be right in the middle? Scoot, scoot. Scoot, scoot. Thank you. Every time I mention lovers too, this one comes running. Or has something to say, squawking. Or flies on the cards. It's a possibility that this is fear. Or it's like past that. There is a new contract here. There is something here that is worth putting work and energy into. But I don't know how you're seeing this. Like something's telling me like younger energies. I don't know if it's children or the Empress is definitely mature. Queen of Pentacles, mature. Kind of do it all. Work, love, run the household. Jack of all trades. So it's like coming back to life. Maybe you didn't know that. Hey, no. Stop this right now. I'm not kidding. Go. Skedaddle. Enough with that. Stop pooping on my table. Seriously.
Hibernating?
No, on YouTube. What did you say? Hibernating? As if like I'm hiding? would I be hiding from? Tell me about this Three of Pentacles, please. Keep hearing Eldorado, so maybe just your home. 10 of Cups. Yeah, this is home life. You could work from home. You have a home contract. You got Judgment under there. So this was all that Judgment. Something came out the other day. I don't know if it was weekend energy. The Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So I guess here, it's not really a concern. I'm trying to more or less this is like here and now, but it's linked to something from the past that's being dug up. It could be a great-great-grandmother. It's time for something. You got this. And it does involve somebody else. And when I was talking to him, it did feel like something that had to do with my future. And I told him, it's like, but I'm like with humanity, and he has his I almost said doc. And he wants to be a doctor. He's been going to school for, I don't know, 8 years now. Mid-30s. But it did feel like something future. And he totally agreed. But he did say, like, I feel like I have my career situated. He's happy. I know he's a PA, works with a great doctor. I don't know if he's still going for his, I keep getting like doctorate or something. Yeah, see, oddly enough, I'm using him as like to explain to you guys as like a catalyst. But then she's your catalyst. But where I go, you know, especially when it comes to like exploring and education, and my direction is humanity. It's like, it's almost like he thinks he has his career situated, but it might change, you know? Because I was like, oh, maybe we should just like meet up or whatnot. He's like, and that's when I saw the wave. He explained it like it'd be like an explosion. And two waves coming together is like what he saw. And I'm assuming he's spiritual. I don't even know what religion he is. This definitely has to do with your future here and now. He didn't intend it like in a sexual way either. It was very odd to connect with him on this level. And we were just talking about, I think that yesterday or the day before, with like me feeling the catalyst and just, it would be nice if he was around and we could actually be friends, But then all of a sudden, I reached out to so-and-so because I saw him on Facebook. And again, like that's the only time we reach out to each other is when something pops up. And nothing of his has popped up in almost a year. Last time we talked was like 11 months ago. And he went through a huge breakup. They're together 9 years. I'm trying to figure out how to place this because this is meant to be part of you guys' story too. Like this is kind of what's going on, releasing things. You could just be a catalyst for somebody, a friend, an animal. I'm not sure if you're the Empress here or if the Empress has to do with, I just heard Claire. But I wanted to say like the witch. But I'm hearing people don't say witch anymore. Like enough with this political shit right now in this reading. Maybe they do like the original term, like a witch. It's you guys, the population, the government that, tamed, not even tamed that word. You guys changed the word because you guys look at witches as like bad. It's just bullshit, if you ask me. All these people, your ancestors, whatever, this bloodline you have is powerful. And it's comfortable. It makes you feel like home. And it was just crazy to have that experience with him last night too. Especially with like the red and blue. She's all red. It was a sapphire in the ocean. So we could have been past lovers or partners. But there's a new contract here. And I don't think it's like you with somebody else. Or it's just the person you're not thinking of. Again, I really feel strongly that you're going to come across an old friend or something. You're both carrying catalytic energy without realizing it. It is no coincidence that he came at me with those waves. It's just not. You do have ancestors watching you very closely right now. You could have even, entered a new world last night without realizing it too. Death feels funny. Nine of Cups, King of Swords. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. But that Nine of Cups, it's like shaky. It's like on water, pirate ship. It's kind of like, remind me of like the moon. But it's the Nine of Cups. And then here's the Six of Cups. So healing from a past relationship. I mean, I never thought I would meet somebody again. And I was just saying that to you with the original catalyst. And then that, 3-hour encounter we had, it felt like this, but like in a different way. And the King of Swords keeps coming out. So if you're going through something legal, because I wanted to flip that card, could be a lawyer, something that makes you happy. Maybe somebody, if you guys are wealthy, maybe somebody was trying to get more than they deserve. It could have just been a past relationship in a past life. You guys either worked together or you had a home life. And sometimes that feels strong, like it belongs in this lifetime, but sometimes it doesn't, guys. It's not like that. And some people swear it's like that, like it's destined. Yeah, but it doesn't mean happily ever after, guys. That's what people don't understand about when people use words like that and they're not spiritual and they're just matrix energy. It's just, it's no good. It's useless information for them. With us, there's a lot of meaning behind it. Like what they're clinging on to, it doesn't even make sense to cling on to. It's like something that maybe triggered them when they were a teenager or, mid-20s or something. It's, it's something like that. You're dealing with somebody here from your past. And this is somebody, this is like a happy, maybe even a message. What's this 9 of Cups, please? It's just something going in your favor, possibly, but it's 5 of Cups. So this is somebody else's demise is what I'm hearing. And here comes the Knight of Cups. So this, I think, is like saying goodbye. Here comes somebody else. 3 of Wands, your future. Ships are here. Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands. Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands together. Holy shit. 4 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Being indecisive, but here comes the sun. It's all right. This is some heavy ass fucking energy for somebody here. Because it's somebody else's loss. At one point, I want to say this was definitely your loss, but now it's somebody else's loss. And I think there's just a new person coming in that takes away this feeling of possible 5 of Cups energy. You could both be experiencing it. You could be experiencing it. I know for sure as fuck I'm experiencing it. But it's an energy that brings like fulfillment, happiness. Like it's like follow the yellow brick road. And those shoes earlier with a song. Oh, and it was El Dorado. So maybe you guys had a past life in El Dorado, Mexico. Your past lives, it could be Asian, you can be Caucasian, Latino. You don't come back as the same one every time like that. Man, woman. So it does look like there's somebody new coming into your life. What is this? King of Swords. They could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, throat chakra. I haven't seen that. I haven't had to do that in a while. 2 of Pentacles. Trying to figure something out. 10 of Wands. 2 of Swords, being indecisive. Hesitant. Page of Swords, just kind of watching. 4 of Pentacles, the Tower. So I was hoping to get more out of that. So that's probably you do have 2-2. I really feel like this is somebody who's going to watch you move on. And I feel like this Five of Cups could be a new energy. It could just be a vibration. I just got pulled to the head like a maze, but it is reminding me of like something Aztec. Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So you have something coming in quick. Six of Swords, Five of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Five of Wands, Lovers, Emperor, the World. There's a lot of energy over here. So you're definitely a descendant of, I keep hearing Claire, of Grace. All right. I was just going to say, tell me about the King of Swords. You know, bad choices, playing games, karmic third parties, haters, lesson learned. So, I don't know if there's, it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a challenge here. Every single card that fell was negative on the board. Overall energy is King of Swords, please. Procrastinating, delayed, too busy, divorce, ghosted, separation, suffering in silence. Yeah, this is an energy that is just going to watch somebody else move on. I don't know why it was important for that to come on, but that is karmic. And this energy here, before you know it, your energy will shift. You got to recharge, let go, clear your mind, breathe. Be careful because you might have bitter, angry, petty. I don't think this is you having feelings. I think this is somebody that's kind of like maybe competitive, discontent, envious. Because with this witch in that first reading was, you know, being successful, pushing through with relationship, home life, whatever it was for you. And you're going to have haters. You're going to have people that are jealous. But there's something with you too that's kind of, I think, hard to understand here. What is this Three of Pentacles by any chance, please? Drama, arguments, toxic, drowning, rock bottom, abusive. Yeah, see, this is an old ex, old ways. So this is what's gone. This is what's leaving. And it is like a family situation. It must be a pretty messy divorce. Some of you are dealing with somebody who is very karmic to you and is going to go through a messy divorce or just a breakup. I don't know why we needed to know that. I guess Peter wanted his 2 cents. Like, don't do it. It's rebound energy. Be smart here because you're the Empress. You're on your throne. You're in that Queen of Wands energy. Fire. All right, the upside. Let's get the upside of this heart healing, please. Because you are coming up. You are like being buried up. Self-reflection, untapped talents, questions answered. Smell the roses, slow down, take your time, get out in nature. And not lover, narcissistic, but they could be fragile. Could be somebody who's, you know, settled, somebody who feels vulnerable. They could be stressing out about money, worry, migraines. So this is telling me like escape, excuses. This is telling me that somebody very heavily is going to, they must have a way to trigger you or pull you back in or make you feel guilty. There's something going on here, and I think you guys are probably very aware of it, or you're just kind of be hearing it through the grapevine. But this is like the Day of the Dead. This is like celebration. Like, if you're thinking about it, like, oh, if you're out this weekend, like, cheers, tap your beers, your drink, whatever you're doing, think about this person. Like, they're gone. They're dead to you. And to be honest with you, when I went through my divorce, I did look at it as this person is dead to me. It was the only way I could push through. So somebody needed to hear this message. It's like, stop looking at humans as humans and look at them as energy. I've been saying that for a while now. Because you will pick up on this energy. So what's the point of hearing somebody out here? If you ask me, this is like, celebrate that this person's out of your life. I think Peter came in to, chop the balls off or something. So with you, as of right now, with the witch, it's untapped. That's what I'm getting, self-reflection. So there is something with all of us. There is an energy coming in that we can tap into, and, you might want to research, paganism, or, I'm hearing witch. It's almost like an insult to them that they took that word away. And a lot of people look at it as it's an insult to call them a witch. It's almost like saying the same thing. But I remember when I used to say witch, somebody, would always have something to say about a witch. It's, you don't want to say witch. You want to say like something else. But no, this is telling me she wants to be known as a witch. I don't know why. The only reason why they took that word away is because of different religions and different beliefs, guys. It's like, let's get to the root of what shit is. It's the belief. The only belief you should have is belief in yourself and belief in Mother Earth, what she gave us. Praise her. Why do people got to look at the sky? They only look at the sky and make up a story in the sky because it's unknown. And, somebody said they're in the sky. What about all the ones that are in the ground? Why are we not focusing on those? We bury them in the ground, and then you think their spirit goes to the sky. It's belief. There's something with, religious beliefs here. But like in this case, it doesn't seem like you're compatible in any way with beliefs. So if you already know that, I think this is for you to celebrate that there's always new people that can come in your life. You can always start your life again. You don't know where it's going to take you. You don't need to plan it out. You don't need to map it out. It's there. Just go with it. And I'm hearing easier said than done, but that's not true. You can put your mindset to anything and start it. The only thing that holds you back would be judgment, would be doubting yourself, would really be judgment at the end of the day. So it's so important that you work with some heart healing energies here. Because I said this in the other reading too. I really feel like it was something with these witchy senses, but it's not like you have to put all sorts of herbs together. It can be anything. So I think we should all research. I keep hearing Claire, but Grace. I feel like she was in that circle I saw Claire. So, I mean, it could be a sister of witches. I don't know. Was there a known witch named Claire? Yes, multiple known witches named Claire, including the originals movie. Okay. A powerful witch harvest. covering, born and raised, New Orleans. I think I mentioned Mardi Gras in the beginning of this reading too. So Grace is here and Claire is here. And I think Peter is kind of on the sidelines right now, just making sure this message got out. I think what's most important for you is tapping into something here. That's for sure. Morning, Sheldon. Hi. You didn't come out yesterday. You doing your little hibernation thing? Huh? What book am I looking for? Oh, my crystal. Crystal cards. Heart healing. Emerald green is the color. It's one of the most powerful heart healing crystals on this planet. The energy penetrates deep into the inner chambers of the heart, transmitting old wounds from the past. The energy of the green rays brings powerful healing and transformation to the heart chakra. When you are blessed with this healing energy, you are safe and supported freely to live in love from the heart. Heals the inner realms of wounded hearts, transmutes and heals emotional pain, old wounds, allows you to release and dissolve sadness in your life, let go of any anger, bitterness, resistance, embracing love and connections. As you allow yourself a deeper level of divine love and forgiveness in your heart, it is time for you to come back to your heart center as you experience this sacred time of heart healing and transformation. So you are about to tap into something new. And it to me, it's definitely probably the unknown. It does feel like your heart is being like operated on. It's almost like a switch. Like it's not the ship-shifting energy. It's almost like a ritual when they, I forget the word for it. So tap into energies, self-reflect. Need to get out of the house. But there's something big coming in. Nurturing, mentorship, wisdom, giving back, waves, emotions, worry, fear. I think it might be fear here as well. But to me, you've learned lessons here when it comes to karma, third-party hate, haters, antisocial, glow up, new opportunities, successful business. That came in with the witch as well. Inspired, optimistic success. So try not to worry about something here. Continue to nurture what it is you're nurturing along with yourself. Whoa. I wanted to say what's the waves card, and this came out. Again, it's like that competitive energy. Somebody, I don't understand. Somebody wants to compete with you. It's very shallow. Oh my God, the light is on. I'm seeing red, green, but it's, wow. That's the first time I saw it. Do not go out, do not go out, do not go out. Red, green. I thought I saw some blue in there. But like just for 1 second. Awesome. Thank you. I'll be up in a couple minutes. That's why my dad had the drill. She's like, the coconut milk is ready for you in pieces too. Bought a coconut the other day. I mean, I would have noticed it this whole time. So it just like kind of came on. And its mouth is shaped as a kind of like a heart. And his nose like an upside down heart. You do have somebody shady coming in. It could be towards winter. I don't know, but you are establishing something new, and it could be completely solo. And it's this catalytic energy that I'm feeling. And you're feeling stagnant treatment, feeling left out, paranoid, cautious, guarded. It could just be what you're going through, wishful thinking, deja vu. I think it's more like you might have some deja vu there. Feminine energy, gentleness, nurturing, mothering. You might go on vacation. I think this is kind of you being guarded with your emotions. No. Can't figure out what this is. It's not guarded. Insecure. It could even be us being insecure without realizing it. That was funny because in one of the readings, throat chakra, in one of the readings, I think even a couple days ago, I said that 9 of Pence was really coming out, and it was hard for me to figure out why that 9 of Pence was there, if you guys remember that. And I kept saying, like, that 9 of Pence doesn't make sense in this situation. I remember saying that. It threw me off. So you have to work on your own security here, which is weird because I feel like it's a message for me too, but then it's like, but I already feel secure, and confident. So there must be an energy that comes in where like, all right, am I going to nurture it or not? And then that feeling makes you feel insecure. Some of you, that's going to be like a tidbit of a lesson here. And that's a very uncomfortable feeling. And, she is pregnant here. And like when people, I don't know, I think pregnancy is beautiful. I think stretch marks are beautiful. But when bodies change, your hormones, especially when you're pregnant, can make you feel a little insecure. But it's more hormonal. So this could have something to do with your chemical. There could be a little bit of a chemical imbalance. But that's something you gotta work through. I think that's gonna be like an insecurity, something with your body. Well, you know how people work out a lot because they think they're insecure about their body, and then you got people that work out all the time and they look great, but they still feel insecure. Like they're still trying to find ways to feel secure. Working out is great, but for how long? To what extent? Continue. So the message here, continue to work out, but you got to look for something else too. The insecurity is what you're going through. But I think this is for both of you. Whatever this new contract is. That's interesting. Because, even right now, I'm uncomfortable delivering that message. So I know that's a factor here. So I want to get out of that because Claire's here, but Grace is here. So just, to me, it's just, she's one of your ancestors. And, my ancestor, your ancestor, she's just the ancestor that decided to tap in here along with Claire and Peter. So, this is something that you guys will be going through. But at the same time, guys, this is like finding the balance between, your day-to-day and your day-to-day when it comes to love life, home life, and your day-to-day when it comes to what you need to tap into and go after. And it's not the insecurity part. It's something that needs to be tapped into. Opening another door, closing a chapter, celebrate that this is like a chapter for you. Now people look at like New Year's and make whatever that word is, it doesn't want to come out of my tongue. New Year's resolutions. No. Make one now and don't even look at it like that. Change. Change is hard. So your ancestors are kind of pushing you along. But I really think what's most important here is whatever this contract is, it probably does involve another person. But this is you stepping into your untapped talents. And some of you are definitely descendants of, witches from the beginning of time that are very known witches. And to me, this is, protection. You will be very successful with something. And I just got pulled to the underworld there. The witch. Earth, air, fire, water, a woman lovely, a woman strange, weaver of the worlds, the moon's daughter, witch, the catalyst of change. Holy shit. Was dead on there. Witches have had a bad, PR with a couple millenniums now. Originally, they're healers and cunning women in the village. The word witch comes from a Celtic word of wick, meaning the weaver or the wise. With the new religion of Christianity spread around the land, the old paganism, the old pagan ways, and the witches were labeled as evil, as we know in history prosecuted them. They are driven underground, or the night sky, into the shadow of misunderstanding of the darkness. However, the purposes of Halloween let you see the witches are the weavers of the magic and the change through spells and rituals and herbal recipes, often brewed in a cauldron. They weave the powerful world to the next synergy to solve problems and to heal. Holding the witch card means that you can weave your own change throughout your life. Holding the witch card means you can weave your own change throughout your life. and the magic indeed at foot. You must understand that you have the power, and the power is real. It may indicate to others they might be threatened by you because you are developing your personal power, and they may not appreciate it or like the changes as you grow. Be prepared for this. Do not be discouraged. New friends and better opportunities will be attracted instead. Okay? So, again, as you're working on yourself and other things and work, career, friendships, new people, the past coming back around for certain reasons, you do have you do have a capability to tap in to these energies, and it's healers. Like, I'm a healer as well, guys. So yes, you could consider me a witch. You can consider me a lot of things. Just like you guys, they're healers. So again, I'm hearing this goes way back to animism. Beliefs when it comes to why are we not worshiping the soils? And everybody just jumped to the sky. Why is nobody celebrating the ground, the land, the history, the energy, the frequency? That's what needs to be tapped into. There's quite a few stones that you can wear and hold on to in regards to insecurity, so you guys should probably look that up. But this is going to be powerful. You are powerful. Your words are powerful. But again, you got to find this balance. Friendship, partnerships, relationships, business partnerships, lovers, friends, animals. You can do it. If you're going to change, you might as well do it all at one time, right? Might as well. But you can't hide from what it really is. But as you move along, you can change certain things that can help motivate you to get to where you want to be or what it is you want to feel. Okay. I love you guys. And I'm just thrilled that they celebrate this because it's fucking beautiful. Absolutely love it. For some reason, I'm pulled to it. I'm part of it. And we all are when it comes to the Aztec calendar. When it comes to spirituality, we're a big part of that Aztec calendar. So it's not just me. That would be like me catching feelings for somebody else, and it's like, especially when there's other people in your life. But there's just certain people that come in, and it is what it is, guys. So I don't know how this is all going to go down for you, but it is definitely going to go down for you. You're going to be happy. Some of you are relationship gurus. If you choose to work with it, go ahead. Be that person that helps out that situation. But to me, it's just so clear in my head. If once you have awakened to spirituality, you know how to work through this. Like it's a given. There shouldn't even be therapists for relationships. Like, it's just your own mind, body, and soul energy will tell you. It's the government and the matrix that brought all this in. And that's how awakened I am, that I can't even be bothered to work with this energy. Personally, this might be something I have to work through right now, which, I'm not really sure what that's in reference to, but eventually I will. But I can't quite remember the day I was just driving and I was like, holy shit, like, it's just so clear to me. The government, people set these people in places, organizations gave them jobs, gave them a meaning. At the end of the day, you don't fucking need a therapist when it comes to a relationship. It's matrix. If it makes you happy, then that's good, but make sure you also, you listen to yourself and not just what they think is right. And it's like, so it catches your eye and you're like, oh, yeah, we should try that. It sounds like that might work. Or, it's don't get lost in their exercises because pain in the ass. I hope they're not telling me to get back into this. Fuck. I hope it's just an experience for me and I don't have to tap into this for you guys. But I can't even tell you how, and I know that sounds awful, but I can't even tell you how many times I've gotten emails and letters. It's overwhelming how I helped so many people get out of relationships, heal relationships. And that's when I wanted to stop YouTube and I took that break because it was a lot on me. It's so much fucking energy. And you can tell if you're talking to two people, through a link, I'll automatically would know if it's gonna work or not. So maybe I just sell a video or something versus doing it all over again. Because we've done this, been here and done this, and this, for some reason it's coming back around. And he's not the first one in the last few weeks that said something about being a guru. What the fuck? Right now, I just hope it's my own personal experience. I'm not trying to be an asshole, guys, but man, that just wiped the fucking energy out of me, So maybe I can incorporate it within other things, This is not something I really want to think about right now, but if I'm wrong, they're definitely going to throw it in my face. So we'll see how that pans out. I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you mañana. Bye, guys.